This episode of Storytellers is brought to you by Bonafante Friction, high-quality bell housings.
G'day, I'm Victor Bray, and you're watching Storytellers at Competition Plus TV. We have a drink in Australia called Bundaberg Rum, and it's made from sugarcane up in the a lot of sugarcane growing up in the Bundaberg region. How do you put this nicely? It can have ill effects on certain people's ability to make sense. Put it that way, and it can make you fight pretty good. You know, some people drink Bundy Rum and they just will never drink it again. They get in so much trouble, wreck the house, or everything else that they do. So yeah, it does affect some people badly. So I drink it as a, I love it as a drink. I just drink it casually, and responsibly sort of thing most of the time. But we had Scotty Cannon. Young Scott Cannon over here. I think it was '99. I'm not sure of the year, but it was New Year's Eve of all things, because obviously while you guys are having your winter over there, we have our summer over here. So they're over here doing a series. And we're travelling around the country racing. They just got here. We're working on a car in the workshop here, and Scotty then we said, "Oh yeah, New Year's Eve. Let's go get a bit of liquor and we'll have a couple of drinks and celebrate New Year's Eve." So we go up the road, and young Scott, I think he was 18 years old at the time, and he's certainly full of piss and vinegar at the time. He was real strapping young guy, real big and strong, and so we were outside there. We got come home, having a couple of drinks, had a bit of a feed, had a couple of drinks, and I remember the transporter was backed in the end of the shed, and Scotty got up the road and bought 2 bottles of Bundaberg rum, right? Well, I don't know, there's 2 bottles of Bundaberg rum is enough to knock an African elephant out, So Scott's got the back of the trailer there, and I sort of said to him once, I said, "Hey Scott, you just go a bit easy on that stuff, right? It's really strong. Doesn't really agree with some people, So he goes, "Oh no, that's all right." He says, "I drink white liquor back home, and brown liquor's nowhere near as strong as white liquor." I don't know nothing about it, but I mean that was the question, that was the answer I got, and I said okay. So he said brown liquor's really weak. So I thought, well, hang on, that's this is a bit different here. So he's drinking the Bundy. So he gets halfway through the first bottle, right? And he's drinking it straight. No one drinks Bundy straight. He gets halfway through the first bottle, and I wound up and said, "Oh, Scotty," Scott was, and I sort of said to Scotty a couple of times, probably shouldn't be drinking as fast as he's drinking it. He's getting a bit of a red glow. We call it the Bundy glow, and he's starting to glow and that, I was thinking to ourselves, what, he needs to slow down, Scott, really. He might not agree with him, and he's starting to get a bit aggressive, Anyway, he knocks the first bottle over, straight in about the time I'd had 1 drink or 2 drinks, mixing mine with Coke, and he's just drinking it straight down. Anyway, I knew she was on then, so I went up and I said to him, completely innocently, I said, "Oh, look, Scott, just go a bit easy on that, mate, because he's starting on the second bottle." And by this time, he's roaring, right? And I said, "Scott, just go a bit easy on it, mate." I said, "That stuff really has a bad effect on some people." And I said, I remember the words clearly. I said, some of the outlaw bikers and that are banned from actually drinking this at their club events because it doesn't affect some people good. And I said, they have a bit of a saying that says, if you don't fight when you're on Bundy Rum, you're a coward. Well, of course, his Bundy ears that he had at the time didn't hear the first part of the sentence. All he heard was, "You're a coward." The next minute he says, "Get outside," throws the bottle on the ground, "Out the door, Bray, you call me a coward, you bastard." So we're walking out the door, I get 2 steps out the door, he turns around, whacks straight in the melon. Scotty's pissing himself laughing, right, thinking his 80-year-old kid's beating the snot out of me, right? So I had to get on top of him outside, and Bundy's got one of those things where they just doubles their strength. And Boyce, I think it was, Scotty's crew chief at the time, he saw me outside on holding Scotty down, because I think he's going to kill me. And we got holding him down, and he gave me a boot in the head, but get off my country, man, what are you doing? No one knew what was going on. This all happened in seconds, So we're outside there, Scotty's laughing his head off, right? And I'm there going, "Give us a hand, stop him, because he was fierce. He was, when you get that Bundy in there, she's firewater, mate. She burns up them brain cells pretty fast, and you just do anything to get out of it. So Scotty's standing there and he goes, "Oh, come and get up." And I says, "Oh, you're right, Scott, you can get up, mate, everything good?" Yeah. So Scotty's there laughing his head off, right? Scott stands up and Scotty's there next to him, said something to him, so young Scott's just gone whack, big coat hanger straight under Scotty's chin, right, knocked him on his ass. Next minute, Scotty's gone, you bastard, so then he's jumped on him too, so then it took me and Big Scotty 20 minutes to get him under control on the ground. We got his head in the grass. We don't want to be nasty to him, but we got no choice. This guy's going to take the both of us out. So I got him on the ground, and he got his head on the ground. He's frothing at the mouth really bad, you know, and he's making animal noises and stuff like that because he just drank too much Bundy rum, and it wasn't good for him. You know, he had a bad reaction to it. So that was it, mate. He after about 20 minutes, I think we tied him to the clothesline or something like that for a while until he calmed down. And he had it. He took two great big chunks out of Scotty. Took two great big chunks out of him. He gave me a black eye and a busted up arm. And he's a strong boy, mate. He'd give us some. Anyway, the next morning, obviously, the Bundy Rum also has this thing on memory loss. Next morning, he knew nothing about it. He didn't know what's going on. So that was crazy, you know. Yeah, bring your madman to Australia and beat us up, that'd be great, good work. But Scotty was really, I just never forget Scotty laughing his arse off until he got one too. We were both on top of young Scott for ages, trying to control him. It was bad, you know, it was really bad. But yeah, we didn't hurt him, and yeah, he hurt us. That was about how it turned out. And the follow-up to that story was he went back to the States and he must have been telling his mates the same thing. And I'd left a couple of bottles of Bundy, I was travelling back and forwards a bit then, I left a couple of bottles of Bundy rum in Scotty's motorhome, right? And he'd tell his mates, this is what happened in Australia, me and this, my dad and this other big fella had to control me, so he didn't know nothing about it, he can remember it, and they all going, yeah, bullshit, you know, bullshit. And anyway, so he goes, one day, he says, when all his mates are there, he says, I've got to drink this Bundy here to show you how it works. So he knocked this bottle of Bundy over, right, and I said, I had to go for you. He goes, it didn't go well again. He said, didn't go well again, don't think. And they were at it was a restaurant or something there. Anyway, they had a restaurant, he said, and they got kicked out, he got locked up for the night and beat 4 or 5 of his mates up and stuff. So I said, dude, so where do you sit with the Bundy Rum now? He goes, never ever will I put another drop of that crap in my mouth.